May kumakalat na mga chismis sa, well, alam mo naman, the former Defense Secretary might just become the future Defense Secretary of the Marcos administration. Yun nga lang, of course, with the provision na may 1 year waiting period. Are there any talks, sir?
No. There are no talks about it at this time, and I'll respect the prerogative of the presumptive president to choose his own cabinet, but I re-entered public service, and I'm ready, willing, and able to help the country and the administration in whatever way I can. No. Then again, on the other side, having 12.5 unofficial million votes, I mean, that's a lot of political capital to work with, and papasalamat ako sa trust and confidence ng mga tao, and ipapagpatuloy ko ang mga advokasya ko, no, in whatever way we can, and in a probably a more direct manner, kasi past year lang no time to really engage, and we will have more time now.
Yeah, well, do you undergo, or do you go through some kind of parang quarterbacking after an election loss, no? Which is where you are now, and when you do that, what do you identify to be the weak parts of your campaign, or where you could have done better, or I don't know what goes through a quarterbacking for an election campaign?
Luchi, for me, I think no doubt about it, was time. If we had more time, probably we would have gotten a better result. Then again, we will also try to identify what other areas we need to improve on, all in the purview of getting the Bagong Pilipinas para sa Bagong Henerasyon movement also going. No, that's an advocacy, and the tactical side is something else.
You sound like you're planning for the next elections already, which is in 3 years.
Well, you know, that's one of the options. I mean, as I said, with 12.5 million votes, you just don't let that go. So, I mean, a lot of people put their trust, their faith, and their confidence. Not to mention a lot of volunteerism. Ang dami nag-volunteer, devoting their time and resources. Palagay ko, sampal sa mukha nila yon kung hindi ko ipagpatuloy ito. And one of the options is that, naturally. Pero matagal pa yon, pagplaplanuhan at pagtatrabahuhan.
But in the meantime, what are you planning to do? Because you have to sustain that high profile, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you got your exposure.
Well, thank you for inviting me tonight. Thank you for inviting me tonight. That's part of the sustenance. And naturally, we will also be very active, collaborating with the public, and on issues that are in my comfort zone where I can help. Naturally, my voice will be heard.
But immediately, what are your immediate plans after the campaign? Ngayon.
Right now, it's winding down the campaign and going back also to the private sector responsibilities I have. But then again, the public sector side will not disappear because I'm able to manage that better right now. And the advocacy, the public sector advocacy will continue. And naturally, the events are very dynamic, happenings are very dynamic. Hopefully, we can sustain the growth that we had in the first quarter, and hopefully the jitters. You know, a lot of people talk about foreign investment, but domestic investment also is something that we should encourage. No, hopefully yung health jitters natin regarding a super spreader, lay to rest na yan, so capital can be deployed vigorously by the private sector. No? And a very important thing right now, that's why I would like to leave this space, is the transition. A smooth transition is essential.
Yes, sir. Well, sir, there are several ways of qualifying public sector advocacy. And on one hand, you can have public sector participation from the private sector. On the other hand, you can have public sector participation by being directly involved in government. Of course, with the 1 year ban in mind. What are you looking at?
Sa ngayon, of course, it is public sector advocacy within the private sector because it's smooth and academic, right? The 1 year ban. But then we'll cross the bridge when we get there after the 1 year if there are things that come my way.
Yes, sir. But are you open to
Okay,
being
since you
appointed?
Of course,
next year?
I'm open to helping the administration within the comfort zone. Pinaghirapan natin na ipanalo ito. Natural, gusto natin tulungan na mag-succeed itong administrasyon kasi success na rin ng bayan to at saka taong bayan na naapektuhan.